Welcome back everyone for the next part of Scarlet Nexus. Of course, on Yuito's side, we also have a few Bond episodes that we actually really need to see. So without further ado, let us start right away with Tsugumi. I searched the facility with clairvoyance, but I couldn't find Naomi. She's probably here somewhere though. Yeah, she has to be. Let's bond.
Oh, Yuito, I would like to talk to you.
By the way, I should probably mention it before. I wanted to include that in the last part as well, but then I thought like it was such an emotional scene with Yuito. I didn't want it to end the part on a Bond episode after all that happened in the last part, you know? Anyways.
What's up, Tsugumi?
I think I finally found that flower. Look at this.
Oh.
It's called a silent snowmelt. It's a rare flower that only blooms at high altitudes. Is this the one you saw?
Yeah, this is the one. That's incredible. I can't believe you found it with such little info.
This flower's natural environment is different from Suo's climate, so it took some time to find.
What does that mean?
It blooms on cold, high mountains, so the temperature in your garden is too high. Growing it would be difficult.
Oh, I guess that's why they always wilted.
No, it's amazing that the flowers bloomed at all. I would like to try growing them myself, but...
Is there a problem? Oh, you did say it was a rare flower.
Yes, you can't normally get seeds or sprouts. There isn't any data about its natural habitat either. There isn't any information about how to collect them yourself, or where to look. I'm stuck.
Okay. Let's see. If they were in my garden, that means they probably grow somewhere in New Himuka.
I want to search for this flower.
Honestly, I felt bad about leaving all the searching to you, so I looked into it a little myself. The gardener who planted this flower already passed away, so I haven't got a single clue where he got it.
That's sad. I'm sure he was good at what he did.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time and care to raise it in our garden. And I figured out why I remembered this flower in the first place. After my mom died, I was really sad for a very long time. The old gardener, he knew she liked those flowers, so he planted them for me.
I see.
So I'm glad I know their name at least. Thank you.
But you haven't seen the actual flowers yet. It must be frustrating.
Still, that's good enough for me. Thanks to your thorough research, I can look at pictures of the flower whenever I want.
You want to see the real thing, don't you? I'll check some more.
Aww.
Huh? Oh, well, I'd like to see it if I can, but you don't have to go out of your way.
I promised I would find it, so I don't want to give up.
Okay. Thanks, Tsugumi. And I'll help in any way I can.
Okay.
She was really excited. She can be pretty stubborn sometimes. I didn't know that about her. Although, the fact that she let me see her like that means she's starting to open up. That makes me kind of happy.
So, next up, it would be Luca.
How have you been feeling lately, Yuito?
I'm feeling great. Thanks for asking.
Of course. Make sure to rest when you need it. Part of being OSF is taking care of your body. See you around.
Wait, that was a short conversation.
Are you going to work out now?
Yes, my daily routine. Would you like to join me? Light exercise is good for maintaining your health.
You're right. Okay, I'll work out with you. Maybe you can make a training program for me.
I would be happy to. I promise to make the program that best suits your body type and fighting style.
Great, thanks. Ugh, I'm beat. I'm so thirsty. Do you want some water, Luca?
No, you should drink it. I have this.
What is that?
A special protein drink that I concocted. It's best to drink it within 45 minutes of exercising.
A protein drink?
I've never had one. Is it good?
I made it strawberry flavored, so it's easy to drink. The intake of protein is essential for building muscle.
Not only do you work out, you even worry about your nutrition. That's amazing.
Protein is well known to people who like exercise. It's nothing to be surprised about.
It's not just that. The program you just went through was pretty hard. You're really stoic about it. Why do you want to train so much?
Well, because I'm small. When compared to those around me, I'm always at a strength disadvantage. So I want to do all I can to lessen that disadvantage.
A strength disadvantage? But why does that matter? There's almost no one as good as you in a real fight. You are a Septentrion, and you have top-class strength when it comes to a fight with powers.
I do not want to rely solely on my power.
Why not? You have an amazing one. I don't see the problem in relying on it.
Let me put it another way. Power is something you are born with. It cannot easily be changed. However, muscles are different. The harder you work, the stronger they become. Isn't that amazing?
Huh. I guess it does seem pretty amazing, maybe.
Yes, you're beginning to understand. Also, my brother is always ahead of me. No matter how much praise I get, I can never equal him. That makes me want to work hard.
I see. I definitely understand that.
Oh yeah, Luca. You're always worried about your brother.
Thank you for saying so. Since you're here, I'll tell you my secret.
What is it?
Wait just a moment.
This is the backpack you always wear. Oh, that's heavy. What's in this?
I've made adjustments to my daily routine to train my muscles. I have weights inside my clothes as well.
You call them adjustments, but it sounds like torture to me. These extreme methods might be the secret to his strength. Will you put some weights in my clothes too?
Of course. They are custom made to be removable. So I will put this here, and there you are.
Great. Now I'll try to walk. Whoa! Oh, my body is swaying just from moving a little.
Yeah, you need to get used to that first.
It's not very heavy, but it will be difficult until you are used to using your core. You can borrow them if you like. Now, I'll do another set.
You can keep going?
Yes, I still have a lot left to do. You can take a rest if you are tired.
That's a Septentrion for you. I can't believe he always wears weights. But there's something kind of desperate about the way he's exercising. I feel like he's pushing himself too hard. Can he really handle it?
I'm not really sure about that. I mean, he tries to reach Karen's level as quickly as possible from what I understand, since he's always getting compared to him, right? If he keeps pushing like that, sooner or later he's going to burn out. And of course, let's not forget about our messages. Kyoka, I want to apologize to you again for fighting you at Mitsuhagawa. Could you come to Musubi again? I'm waiting. Ah, of course, Kyoka. I'm sure you had a good reason for that, right?
Thank you for coming. I'm sorry about what happened in Mizuhagawa.
You don't have to apologize. We both had our reasons, so no hard feelings.
I'm glad to hear you say that. I really wanted to go easy on you. You were a lot stronger than I anticipated, so I couldn't afford to hold back. Did you get hurt?
You don't need to worry so much. I wasn't hurt, and even if I was, I can give myself first aid.
Wow, that's impressive.
I've always studied all sorts of things, so I could do anything on my own.
I see. I do remember you having a good head on your shoulders ever since you were little.
Since I was little? How do you know what I was like when I was little?
Wait, what? Do they know each other?
Oh, I was just imagining it. I'm sure that's what you must have been like.
Why is she so panicked all of a sudden? I suppose I shouldn't doubt her since she's just worried about me. Anyway, I'm totally fine and I can take care of myself. Really, it's okay.
All right. I'm sorry I'm such a worrier. I'd just like you to make one last promise to me. Stay away from Togetsu.
Togetsu? Why should I promise that?
I can't tell you why, but something dangerous might happen to you if you go there.
I can't make a promise without knowing why.
You have a point. I'm so upset that I can't do anything about it.
I don't know what you're hiding or what you're trying to say to me, but I can tell that you're worried, so thanks for looking out for me.
Be careful, Yuito.
You too.
Okay, that was a bit weird. So it seems like she knows him from before? If I get that right? I know I shouldn't be asking this situation, but can I ask one thing? Have you been able to really smile from the heart lately? Probably not, huh? Smile from the heart. I'm not sure. I smile naturally when I'm around everyone, I think. Yes, sorry, that was a weird question. You have such a cute smile. Oh my god. Okay, Kyoka. Somehow I had hopes that you might elaborate on our other conversation about Togetsu. But I guess not, huh? Okay then, Arashi. I developed a new battle support program, and I really want to test it out. Sure, let's give it a try. Right? Oh my god, 3 messages. Considering the situation, guess we're ignoring everything what's going on. That's what I'm going to do, so I hope you will too. Ah, okay, sure.
So, you said you wanted to test this battle support program?
Yeah, I want you to try it out.
Is it safe?
That's what the test is for. We don't have much time, let's get started. I'm installing it now. Okay, it's installed. Try using your power.
Power? Okay. I can lift up this cup. What's going on? I'm seeing noise.
Calm down. It'll go back to normal once you stop consciously using your power.
Oh, you're right. That really surprised me.
Nice. It was a success.
What is this program?
When it detects power usage, it affects your visual senses to discourage its use. I call it the Forced Break program.
What? Why did you make a pointless program like that?
It's not pointless. If you apply various conditions to the program, you'll be able to restrict overworking. It's even more effective with an organization like the OSF where powers are necessary. Nobody can be working 24/7.
She has a point.
In other words, I considerately made this program so people can use it as an excuse to rest.
I still think it was pretty reckless to stick it in my head.
Anyway, you can't fight now, which means you have to rest. Enjoy your free time.
Well, I am pretty tired.
Why don't you order something? Nothing like eating your favorite food into a food coma.
Okay then. I guess I'll take a break. Although, I've got tons of problems I should be dealing with. I wish Nagi were here.
What's with all the sighing? Am I that boring?
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean anything like that. There's just so much happening that I'm having a hard time relaxing. I don't know how to deal with it.
It's easy. Just do whatever it feels like your body wants to. You know, like this. Just lean back. Ugh, it's so relaxing. You try.
Wow, that's quite the position. I wish I saw you like this before I enlisted.
What's that supposed to mean?
Before I enlisted, I only knew you through the press. You were so friendly and lively.
That's when I'm on the clock. This is me off the clock. If you don't know when to switch between the two, you're going to break down. I make sure to stay off the clock as long as I can so I don't break. I think you should do the same.
Thanks for your concern, but I can't just...
I see. Not trying to push anything on you. I apologize, but I learned a lot.
Wait, did you uninstall the program?
I'll try to tone down my advice from now on. Time to call it a day.
She does it so she doesn't break. I guess that's one way to live. Although, that program is a little overkill.
So, you say it is overkill. I would say it's necessary for a few people. Ah, by the way, I just reached Team Bond level 3, which in fact unlocks a very, very interesting item on Yuito and all my party members. Let me just quickly see it. It's a visual item. The white outfit. Not really sure why I would swap from black to white. But, oh wait, maybe on other people. No, maybe not on her. I mean, I could technically see this working somehow. No? Huh. Okay, maybe on Tsugumi and Luca. But I really like the black outfit, so I don't really know if I want to swap. Ah, well, okay. Anyways, investigate. We're pretty much done.
I should try to get a little rest.
Yeah.
A message from Major General Fubuki?
The second we tried to sleep, huh?
It's Fubuki. I want an update on your situation. Rendezvous where we met previously.
I got a message from Major General Fubuki. Did everyone else get it too?
I did.
I did too. I think he's talking about the safe zone.
He said he's under surveillance, so I am sure he just wanted to play it safe.
But Major General Fubuki is with Spring Pharmaceuticals, right? Those ampules. Do you think he knows about that factory?
It would be strange if he didn't.
He might have a purpose for calling a meeting so soon afterwards.
The fact that the OSF hospital prescribed the drugs must mean the government's getting products from that factory in some shape or form. Could Major General Fubuki be the go-between?
Does that mean he's an enemy too? Even after everything he's done for us?
It could just be one of the ways he goes about pretending to obey the government. We can sit here and doubt his intentions all day, but we're better off just asking.
You have a big heart, Yuito. Your trusting nature is one of your most likable features. I should really follow your example.
It's because he's sincere. I think our skepticism might provide him a nice balance.
That might be true.
Sorry to call you out here. While I accepted Luca's generous invitation the last time, I feel it would be dangerous for me to frequent your hideout.
Yeah, there is a chance they might catch on to us.
There's a good chance the team surveilling me will notice.
We appreciate your consideration.
Wataru told me what happened in Seran. I've also given the government a report that won't affect our activities.
What? Is that safe? Your family is Spring Pharmaceuticals.
That's precisely why I did. Reporting my own family's wrongdoings only gets the government to trust me more. Besides, Karin and I were the first ones to propose that research facility.
What?
I think you already know about Alice. She's still being held in that facility as an other. We enticed Seran in order to protect her, knowing full well they would abuse their research. The results of which were the ampules and the uprising. We were fools.
What's going on with this country? Seran may have incited an uprising, but there's still a new Himuka city just like ours. Suo's conducting human experiments, and Seran is basically doing the same thing.
So I'm not really sure who to trust. They're both fishy as heck.
All of it being done to develop new weapons to fight the threat of the others.
But you're just going to fight fire with fire. What do you do with the other fire, with the other others once you get rid of the first others, huh? It just increased the problem.
One chose to strengthen powers, and one explored a method to control the others themselves.
What are others, anyway? I've heard they suddenly began appearing after the Spring of Extinction, but not much is known about them still.
That's true. I guess the only other thing we know is that they're created in the Extinction Belt.
Some are saying they're wild animals that experience sudden mutations, but are they really wild?
It's very possible that the government is hiding what they actually are.
That is the crux of it.
Huh?
Even the public can sense something different about the others. So, focusing on that point will nullify the government's personality rehabilitation efforts.
Like exposing a government secret to every new Himuka citizen? Just like my brother did in the uprising.
Exactly. Karin and I once plotted to send a video of a human at the moment of being metamorphosed straight to the minds of every citizen. But we couldn't find any definitive video to serve as our evidence, and I was hampered after they threatened Karin.
So that's why you let the government turn you into a spy.
Yes, but now they should have Nagi's data from when Naomi was metamorphosed for research purposes.
They took his memory when they subjected him to personality rehabilitation.
Now that you mention it, Nagi seemed like he had no idea about Naomi's metamorphosis after he was discharged from the hospital.
But wouldn't that cause brain damage?
Extracting a specific memory is a dangerous process, but that's hardly even a concern to them. You all have the same memory of her metamorphosis, but attempting to digitize and extract it is too risky.
That's why we need Nagi's stored memory data. It's already been extracted.
We can send the data via Arahabaki to every citizen as proof of the government's inhumane acts. The people are ready to hear it.
Can you access it?
Yes. I received permission to enter the secure site while you were heading out to Seran on your last assignment. I've been provided with a one-time use pass.
Nagi's stolen memory. Where is it stored?
I think they're storing it in the old OSF hospital you infiltrated before. I'm sorry for not having more concrete intel, but that facility was used to research powers. It's very likely it's there. Could you infiltrate the old hospital after the platoon has been reorganized?
Reorganized? I forgot about that.
I'm staying in Yuito platoon. This isn't the world I want either.
I see. So Hanabi is the only one that needs to be transferred.
No, I'll stay too.
Are you sure? Staying with us could mean being targeted by the government.
Then we'll deal with it if it comes to that. After all the awful things we learned, I can't just sit here and do nothing while my friends are trying to do something about it.
You don't care if it brings trouble to your family?
No. And I'm actually starting to suspect that it wasn't just my uncle who knew, but my father too.
Thank you, Hanabi. Your help means a lot to me. I'll leave you to recover Nagi's memory from Naomi's metamorphosis. I'd like to go myself, but I don't want them revoking my access to Arahabaki, so I have to lay low for now. You've made a lot of waves, Yuito. You need to be careful. This will be your second time infiltrating the hospital.
Yes, I will.
By the way, I can send you some data to help you bypass the old hospital security system.
Oh, that would be great.
I may not be as good as my sister, but I can still put together a program or two. Please use this to aid your infiltration.
Thank you.
Well, good luck.
Ooh. Okay then.
I'm with you, Commander Yuito.
I'm really glad the whole platoon was able to work as a team.
We're all in this together.
That's true. We all need to work together. But most importantly, it is time to go back to the old OSF hospital. Oh heck yeah! Let's go. Okay, I already saw an invisible enemy. That's not a good sign, because I don't like this area. By the way, instead of just getting the memories...
Being needed on the front line is something soldiers are grateful for.
Instead of only getting the memories, I would really appreciate
I didn't
it.
see anywhere that looked like a place data would be stored when we came here looking for Nagi before.
If it's here, it must be deeper inside the building. Probably somewhere very hard to get to.
I would really appreciate it if we could also get Nagi out of here. Seriously, I cannot leave him here. I simply cannot leave him here. And Tsugumi, get it. Oh, my girl! Thank you very much.
They're powered together.
Yeah, we worked really well together.
So, yeah, I think... Wasn't this area that I already explored with them? Pretty much. Okay then. I'm just going to quickly grab some items here and there. And, yeah, I'm going to jump cut a lot. Since, we already explored this area, right? Yeah. What's that? Mysterious text data. Can I read that? Wait. No reply. Ah. The research of human experiment H13 will conclude today. Tests were conducted both 5 and 10 years ago, but results were inconclusive. Considering the subject's age, we have decided there's nothing more to expect. H13 is out of my hands now, so starting today I will be helping with test I7. Knowing I7 already had in supervision made me curious as to whether or not I was necessary, but now I understand. I7 is subject that requires special care. It seems our instruction are to test carefully and double down on safety measures. This isn't uncommon, but it sure is a pain. I7? H13? Okay. There's another one. Let me see that. Y7 is in a fine state of health, but it appears the official word is that the subject is of weak constitution. However, even though we are sharing management duties, I'm not sure letting the subject play freely in the ward is wise. I suppose the nurse will take responsibility if anything were to happen. Okay. It's a bit distressing that those things aren't getting shown in my bag, but I just need to carefully check every room, right? Like this one. Today's test yields no significant result. This is normal, so we can't be discouraged. Y7 doesn't cry or throw tantrums, so they are easy to take care for. But observation is difficult. It's easier to see changes in the brain of more impulsive subjects. Personally, I believe that looking at trends in the observation data Y7 may be the type we can have some exceptional for. Expectational for? Okay. Perhaps the next test will be something to look forward to. Maybe, or maybe not. So, the next one. Let me see. Problems were reported with test subject age 13. A subject we gave up on and were concluding testing on. The subject was a bit rebellious, but we can't let this problem develop further. Seeing as we can discharge the subject as is, we will follow protocol and move to corrective measures. Corrective measures. Is that the brainwash thingy that you plan for most people? Probably, right? Yeah, most likely. And another one. Let me see that. Nothing to note in today's test. Y7 is crying for their mother. The closeness to the mother may be the result of too much special treatment. I can't say that Y7's brain is that spectacular. There is a possibility for success, but even in that case, I wonder if we'll achieve the results we want. Huh. Mother, huh? So, there's another piece right over here. Let's see. Age 13's correction is complete, but progress is not good. It will be difficult to discharge the subject like this. The subject has been moved to a floor with secure rooms, but they are spending all day writing on the wall. Attempting to conversation has been unsuccessful. Oh, so the cell with all that writing was from age 13, huh? If there are no signs of improvement, disposal may be necessary. I wonder if the person in charge of correction did it properly. But regardless, I don't want to be bothered with this any further. Weird way to put it. You're technically talking about a person, right? Okay then. Forward it goes, right? Forward it goes.
I'm using this to
Not going to. Come on. Already say for sure, I will not allow you to do this.
Try using clairvoyance.
And crush.
That was impressive.
Much better. So, right under all that stuff, we have yet another one of those things. Let's read. Ooh, that's a long one. I have observed the small changes in Y7's brain data. Perhaps this is the first step forward. However, we have seen plenty of this in the past. Only a handful of them have made it to the final manifestation. Exceptionally powerful, if that is the case. Then the only subject that can be said to be successful was S9. That was the result of our research, the fruit of our wisdom. If a means of mass production can be discovered, it will change everything. We think we know about the world. There's no need to consider for what purpose. That isn't our field. Confusing, but okay. And the next one. Let's see. I've received a notification that it has been decided to dispose of age 13. Why though? The fact there are no relations likely sped up the decision. That is normal with research subjects. On that point, caring for Y7 can be a burden, but there shouldn't be a problem if we handle it well. I went up to the wards to observe Y7, but they weren't in their room. Goodness, they're probably off somewhere with the mother. Huh, probably. I mean, she's taking care of her, right? Still a bit weird. So, we found the next data. Let's see it really quickly. Age 13 has been killed. They were slated for disposal. But would that be better than being eaten alive? I don't want to think about it. The hospital is in chaos. I shouldn't be making these recordings either, but this is the only way I can preserve my thoughts. I don't want to lose any precious test sample. If they didn't take notice of the alarm, they may not have made it out. Regardless, this place is finished. But age 13 has still be killed. Oh man. And the next data. Let's see. Oh! Oh, you get a trophy for that! But it also means that's probably the last of them. The forecast rating was a 0. But we've been attacked by so many at once. It's unbelievable. The OSF who are fighting back are like those who happen to be here as patients. The main force hasn't arrived from sewer yet. The entrance to the lab should have been sealed when the alarm went off. I can't go back there. Up ahead there's an employee, unintelligible. System message. Could not recognize voice entry. Saving text. And ending voice entry. Employee. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, I know what happens. What happens? Those things are recorded inside of the brain. Okay? Voice couldn't be recognized. That means something happened to his voice. Which means there's a high chance he might have been transformed into another. Like Naomi. There's a static voice, or rather a static sound inside of a voice once she actually transforms like that, you know? So, resources. Look, okay. Which means I'm just going to save really quickly. Since there is a chance there might be a boss waiting for us once I step outside. Since we're really close to the end area already. So without further ado, I still get freaked out by all those TVs. Like seriously? Yeah. They're broken. How were they on in the first place? Anyways. Boss room.
It doesn't look like they're storing data anywhere. I don't even see anything resembling research equipment.
I think the facility is underground, but there weren't any stairs leading down from the first floor.
We'll just have to comb the area ourselves. If this is where they conducted his personality rehabilitation, Nagi's data should be here.
I wonder if Nagi managed to get away. I had all of you there to rescue me, but he was alone.
You're still as kind as ever.
Nagi!
Nagi!
You did come back. Of course you did. I mean, we're best friends, aren't we?
Looks like Nagi received even more personality rehabilitation.
Because Nagi was regaining his original personality the last time we saw him?
Personality rehabilitation. You traitors against glorious new Himuka are the ones who need rehabilitation, not me!
Oh god, Nagi.
There's no need to worry, Yuito. They specifically told me you need to be alive when I bring you in!
Oh god, I don't want to do this! Oh god, no!
Stop it, Nagi! I don't want to fight you!
Oh
Then come
no!
with me. We wouldn't have to fight then. Of course,
You don't need to fight at all, Nagi!
my way. So what's it gonna be? I didn't know Nagi can fight this well. If we don't use SAS, we don't have a chance.
Go, Yuito! Carve you up!
Don't let the personality rehabilitation control you, Nagi. Yuito is your friend.
Exactly! Wake up,
I'm
Nagi!
steering my friends the right path.
I'll help.
A smoke screen. Use clairvoyance, Yuito.
Where?
See Nagi.
I've seen a lot of people whose personalities suddenly changed like that. I should have started investigating earlier. If you did, you would have been personality rehabilitated too.
Don't get burned.
Let's do our best to stop him for now.
Do you need help?
Whoa! Oh god, Nagi, don't do this! I'm serious! Buddy!
Time to use this.
Okay, Brain Crush. The first one. was meant to, actually. It's supposed to wake you up, you know? I can't just simply slap you a little bit in order to wake you up. I need to do some serious damage here.
Maggie, there might be an opening.
Can't really teleport in this sweater.
I need your help.
Which is a bit weird. Bastard! Oh, come on. We're best friends! Oh, yeah. Yeah, blow him up. Blow him up. Has to happen. Okay. Oh, no, wait. No, that's... Oh, no, that's that. Now, that's bad.
Maybe we can attack him inside the air bubble. If we use teleportation.
Alright. I forgot about that. Of course we can teleport. Nagi, come on, dudes! Oh god. Never mind. You know, the ability to attack from so far away is actually... Whoa! Really good!
Great job, Tsugumi.
Right.
Do you need help?
It's alright. Nagi, snap out of that! I'm serious. I need to burn you alive if you do something like that. Shoot you down with my cute little Tsugumi! You only have so much left, Nagi. Same. I can just use Gamer from here on out. Come on, Nagi!
Please stop this!
Nagi?
Too bad for you, I'm not done yet!
Guys! Yuito! Not again. If I pass out during the fight.